It's a bitterly cold night in November 1966. The fog is thick over the abandoned World War II munitions plant near Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Two young couples, out for a late-night drive, roll to a stop near the old power plant, its towering silos looming like silent sentinels in the dark. And then they see it. Two glowing red eyes staring from the shadows. A creature, 7 feet tall, with leathery wings and a human-like form, bursts into the air. The couple scream as the driver slams the accelerator, 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. And still, the creature follows. They push the car to 100 miles per hour, racing into the night. But it stays with them, gliding effortlessly, silently, keeping perfect pace just above and behind them. No flapping of wings, no sound but their own terrified breaths. They're not the only ones. In the year that follows, dozens will report seeing it. And then, tragedy will strike. Welcome, seekers of the strange. You've stepped into Unveiling the Unusual, and I'm your guide, Elowen Cross. Tonight, we descend into the chilling tale of the Mothman. A creature that terrified a town, left death in its wake, and became one of America's most enduring cryptid legends. But was it real? And if so, what was it? Let's begin where the legend was born. The first widely reported sighting happened on November 15th, 1966. Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallet were driving near the now-defunct TNT area, a derelict maze of tunnels and bunkers, when they saw the creature. Linda would later say, "Those eyes. They were hypnotic." They described it as a grey figure with 10-foot wings, no visible head, and blazing red eyes. The local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register, ran the story under the now iconic headline: "Couples see man-sized bird, creature, something." In the days that followed, more sightings flooded in. Gravediggers in Clendenin, a man and his dog near his barn. A teenage boy who swore he saw it perched on a telephone pole, watching him. By late 1966, Point Pleasant was gripped by fear. Locals were locking their doors. Hunters combed the TNT area with rifles. The National Guard even paid a visit, though nothing was ever publicly admitted. But it wasn't just the creature. Residents began reporting strange lights in the sky, electronic interference, visits from mysterious men in black who asked bizarre, unsettling questions, and always the feeling of being watched. Let's hear from Marcella Bennett, a local woman who saw the Mothman while visiting relatives near the TNT area.
It rose up from the ground. I dropped my baby and fell on top of her. I was paralyzed with fear. I'll never forget how it moved, silent, smooth, wrong.
Or Tom Urey, a paper mill worker who saw the creature while driving.
It flew right over my car. Its wings were so wide it covered my windshield completely. I've hunted birds my whole life, and that was no bird.
Then came December 15th, 1967. At 5:04 p.m, the Silver Bridge, connecting Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, suddenly collapsed during rush hour. 46 people died in the icy waters of the Ohio River. The town was shattered. In the aftermath, something else vanished from Point Pleasant: the Mothman. The sightings stopped. the red eyes no longer glowed in the dark. Many came to believe that the creature wasn't just a monster, it was a warning, a harbinger of doom. But the legend of the Mothman didn't end with the collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967. Far from it. In recent years, new sightings have emerged in other places. Ones that push the mystery into the modern day and suggest that whatever Mothman is, it may never have left us. Between 2011 and 2017, a wave of strange reports flooded in from Chicago and the surrounding Lake Michigan region. More than 50 sightings, each eerily similar, a large winged humanoid creature with glowing red eyes. Seen soaring above rooftops, perched atop buildings, or vanishing into the night sky. One witness, a delivery driver in 2017, claimed he saw the creature standing atop a warehouse in the industrial district. It looked directly at him, then took off straight into the air with a wingspan that had to be at least 10 feet across. He said it made no noise as it lifted off, and within seconds, it had disappeared over the rooftops. Another account came from a woman walking near Lake Michigan. She described seeing a tall black figure crouched on the ground. When she got closer, it unfolded wings and rose silently into the sky. Her account echoed the original 1966 Point Pleasant stories almost word for word. The phenomenon was so persistent that local researchers and cryptozoologists began referring to it as the Chicago Phantom or the Lake Michigan Mothman. Paranormal investigator Lon Strickler compiled many of these cases and found disturbing commonalities. Witnesses often reported intense feelings of dread or foreboding just before the sightings. And always those glowing red eyes. Is the Mothman a harbinger, or something else entirely? Something ancient, unknowable, and watching us still? Skeptics, of course, suggest drones, large birds like sandhill cranes, or even misidentifications. But how do you explain the consistency across so many independent witness accounts spanning decades? And why do the sightings seem to cluster near times of upheaval or tragedy? Others say it's simply mass hysteria, spurred on by Cold War anxiety and local law. But then there are those who insist the Mothman is something else. A supernatural entity, an omen, even an interdimensional being, a theory championed by journalist and author John A. Keel, who believed the Mothman was connected to UFO sightings and psychic phenomena. His 1975 book, The Mothman Prophecies, brought the story to national attention and inspired the 2002 film of the same name. Today, Point Pleasant embraces its eerie legacy. There's a Mothman statue, a museum, an annual Mothman festival that draws thousands. And still, new sightings continue to trickle in from around the world. From Chicago to the Ozarks, people report seeing large winged humanoids with glowing red eyes. Is it coincidence, shared delusion, or something more? The Mothman remains one of the most compelling modern legends, part cryptid, part cautionary tale. Whether it was a misidentified bird, a psychic warning, or a visitor from another dimension, something deeply strange happened in Point Pleasant, and the question still hangs in the air. If the Mothman appears again, what is it warning us of this time? Leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe the Mothman was? Harbinger, hoax, or something humanity isn't ready to understand? If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the shadows, you won't want to miss our episode, The Phantom Big Cats of Britain. From eerie countryside sightings to DNA evidence that defies belief, we investigate the chilling reports of predatory felines roaming where they shouldn't exist. Are they escaped exotics, supernatural entities, or something far stranger? Until next time, keep your eyes open and your footsteps light.